For the first time tonight, we're hearing from the men responsible for saving the life of a local fire chief. Inmates serving on the Walker State Prison Fire Department were on their way to Rossville when Chief Matthew Mann was struck head-on by another vehicle.
The inmates who were following him were able to save the man who taught them how to be firefighters. Channel 3's Kate Smith sat down with the inmates and they describe how the events unfolded.
More than 200 Georgia inmates serve in the Offender Firefighter program. Those state inmates respond to over 3,000 calls a year and know how to jump in when someone is in trouble. When the Walker County Fire Chief found himself in harm's way, he says his men answered the call.
It was a pretty normal day from the beginning, and then all of a sudden it just went.
Firefighters at Station 9 are more than inmates. They're brothers. When their chief was involved in an accident, they didn't hesitate.
We didn't really have time to think about it. The training just kicked in, and the guys just all started pulling tools off, and we immediately went into the extrication process.
Chief Matthew Mann's van was struck head-on. The inmate who was riding along didn't want to share his story on camera, but says he saw the car coming.
I was calling for Chief Mann at the same time, for a response. He answered and complained about leg pain, so I went from there.
The chief spent months training these men for situations like this.
It was right before our face, and it was one of our own guys. And all we could do was just go into training and respond to what we would normally do.
They pulled Mann from the vehicle before help could arrive.
That's just what we do. So whether it's one of us, person, animal, whatever it is, if it requires our job to go to work, we're going to work no matter what.
He was transferred to Erlanger Medical Center, where he went under 9 major surgeries in just 11 days.
Something supernatural happened, and it was more powerful than we can understand.
1 month after the crash, the chief married the woman he calls the love of his life. A day the two say wouldn't be possible if not for these inmates.
I was calling for Chief Mann at the same time, for a response. He answered and complained about leg pain, so I went from there.
They know how I feel about them. I mean, they have my utmost respect. They're a great group of guys, and I greatly appreciate everything they did.
As they wait for Chief Mann to recover and return, they're ready for the next call.
Appreciate what he shared and taught us to keep a station running properly, business-wise.
It's life-saving work that helps give these men hope for a better future. For that, they credit Chief Mann.
Things on point as of right now, because Chief did teach us well down here.
About 2 years remain in Roy Abrams' sentence, one he received for robbery. He plans to start new with a job as a firefighter when he's released. A second chance at life for these men and their chief.
It's our chief, and no matter what, we're just going to be 100% with him, just like we are with everybody else.
Matthew Mann will remain at Siskin Hospital for the next few weeks while he works to build back his strength. The other driver in the crash was also injured. Officials with the Georgia State Patrol say the other man crossed multiple lanes of traffic. They took blood samples and are still waiting to get those results. No charges have been filed. In the studio, Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Kate. Now.